What's up, Michael Jordan collectors and investors? Hope you guys are having a great weekend so far. So Card Gems here. Welcome to my channel. On this episode, I'll be covering the 1986 Fleer Michael Jordan rookie card. So what I've been seeing lately is the big drop-offs have stopped, and the last recent sales have been on a steady line. So everything is kind of leveled. For most of the grades, they've leveled off. So I think we've seen the worst of the drop-offs. So, well, we got a lot to get into, so let's get started. So, Heritage Auctions had a couple of big sales here, and they were actually lower than what we've been seeing. The PSA 10 right here sold for $336,000. For whatever reason, Heritage Auctions just doesn't get quite the same results as most of the other, like eBay or Golden Auctions. For whatever reason, I think it's just some people don't have access to these auctions, so that's one big thing, one big issue there. And some people don't even know about these auctions, so some of these auctions just get missed completely, especially on the lower grades. But this PSA 10 sold for $336,000, which is the lowest that it's sold in a long time. And they also had a BGS 95 that also has sold way lower than it had sold in a long time. $55,200 for this low end with a 9 center. So super low prices on these cards here. So if we go to their current auctions, so they got another PSA 10 right here. This has 13 days left and it's up to 110,000. So I wouldn't expect that to do very well. Looking at the other auctions that they've had, and they've got this PSA 9 up to 21,000 with 1 day. Here's a BGS 9, but it has a reserve for 35,000, which it won't meet because those only sell for about 20,000. And they got a BGS 9.5 here it's up to 20,000. 13 days left, and they got a couple of 9. They got a 9 and an 8 here. So 8 has a day left, so it's up to 10,000. And this 9's barely got started, has 13 days left, 11,250 on that. So looking at Golden Auctions, they also have some. They got a couple of PSA 10s here. These have 15 days left on them, and they're already up to 240,000 each before buyer's premiums. So Golden Auctions gets most of the attention, and they get the big prices. There's a BGS 9.5 up to 36,000, and this one right here has a 9 on the corners, so another low end card. So they got a 9 here, PSA 9 for 19,000, and another one here for 17,000. And they got a couple of BGS 9s, 8,000 to 7,000. So let's look at Card Ladder. So let's look at some of these current sales histories here. So PSA 1. So this is a pop of 152. For the last 3 months, it has sold 19 times. It last sold for 2,603 on the 5th. And the average is 3,365 for the 19 sales, and the high price was 5,125. So if we look on eBay, we have a few here. We have one for 1,605, 13 bids, 13 hours left. Here's one for 1,650, 13 bids. That has about 5 days left. Here's a PSA 1, about 2,700 buy it now. And there's about 3,500, and it just gets higher from there. There's like a few more here. So I remember when you barely saw PSA 1s, but now they're all online. They're all for sale now. So PSA 2 has a pop of 210. 16 sales in the last 3 months for an average of 3,800. Last sold for $3,000 on the 4th, and the high was 5,300. All right, so like I said, these are starting to level off here. You'll see it more with the higher grids. So we have one here on eBay for 1,075, 9 bids, 2 days left. And then here's one for about 4,000, buy it now. and 6,500 our best offer, and it just gets higher from, well, they just have one more here for about 11,000 best offer, so well above what it's currently selling. So PSA 3 has a pop of 383, sold 15 times in the last 3 months for 4,300 average. It last sold for 3,050, and the high was 5,800. So this one looks very similar. This is a very similar pattern to the 2 and the 1. So we look on eBay, we have one here for about 4,000 buy it now. Here's 4,300, 0 bids, about a day left. 6,000, no bids, about a day left. Here's 6,000 our best offer. 6,500 our best offer, and just gets higher from there. Here's one for 8,500, best offer, top 15, eye appeal. But like we said, the average is about 4,300 and the current price is 3,000. So these are way overpriced. Yeah, pretty much all of these are. This would be like very top of the market. So PSA 4 has a pop of 768. Sold 35 times in the last 3 months for an average of 5,000. It lasted for about 3,700 was the last price, and the high was 8,000. So see, these last 4 sales have just completely leveled off. So we're not seeing these big drops like we did back here in March. Everything is kind of leveled. So, about all of these are around that price, about 38 to 30, 37, 38, somewhere in there. So right here, here's a buy it now for, this is a pretty good price here, 36.50, 4,000, no bids. With about 3 days left, here's about 4,900 our best offer. There's close to 5,000 our best offer. 5,000, no bids. It ended. Let's see. Let's check it. Yeah, let's see. 0 bids at 5,000. So 5,000, no takers on that card. So here's about 5,200 best offer, 5,500 our best offer. So you got a lot of options on the PSA 4 here. A lot of options on that card. So let's go to the PSA 5. So PSA 5 has a pop of 1,110. So this is sold 46 times in the last 3 months for about close to $6,000 average, and it last sold for about almost 4,800. And that was just on the 3rd. The high was 8,600. Again, this is another card that's pretty much leveled off right here at this price, around 42 to 48. There's one that went up to 54. You're always going to have that one like fluke sell. Sometimes it's just like a card that looks undergraded. It's perfect eye appeal. So most of these cards are leveled off. The only thing that's causing these to fluctuate is pretty much just the eye appeal. So if we look on the eBay, we have one here for about 5,400, our best offer. There's another one, same price, but this one is an auction. It has no bids, 3 days left, 18 hours. Here's one, 5,400, buy it now. Here's one of 5,500, our best offer. So these are all around the same price, 5,500, and would we say the current price was close to 5,000. So none of these prices are like ridiculous. So 5,500 best offer. There's 6,000 buy it now. Looks like it just gets a little bit steeper of a price from there. But there's plenty of options here, and they're not like ridiculous. So here's PSA 6. This has a pop of 1,818. This had 62 sales in the last 3 months for about 6,800, and it last sold for 5,300, and the high was 10,000. So again, look, last 4 sales completely leveled off, completely, with the high being 53, and the lowest being around 5,000. and then you had a lot of them have this little rise right here for some reason. That happens sometimes. But yeah, it's 5,300. Yeah, it's all around that area right there. That's what you want. So here's one, 4,850, 22 minutes left. That's 5 bids. There's 5,600 buy it now, top 30% eye appeal. So this wouldn't be bad. Not too bad. $5,750 buy it now. 5,800 our best offer. This one's really off centered. Here's 5,800 no bids. Here's 5,750 buy it now. Here's 6,100 our best offer. 6,100 best offer. Here's about 6,300 buy it now. About almost 6,700 our best offer. Here's another one, same price. This one's an auction, no bids. About 4 days left on that, and it looks like it just gets higher from there. 6,900. You got a bunch of them in that. Bunch of them in with reasonable prices where you can you can negotiate. So let's go to the BGS 6. So this has a lower pop. This has a pop of 472. So 12 sales in the last 3 months, way lower. Average of 5,500, almost 5,600. And it last sold for 5,288 on the 2nd. So that was not too far away. Pretty recent. See, this was that rise right there. So 45, 42. There's a little rise. And then about 43. So around the 4,300 area. So it looks like the high was once 7,000, but that was way back in. Actually, let's see. That was in March. That was the end of March. Another like fluke type sell. Could have had like the maximum subs. I mean, with these low grade BGSs, you can still get like 9 5s or 10 subs on them. So makes a big difference. So here's a BGS 6 for 1,345, 29 bids, 4 days. Here's one for about almost 7,900 or best offer. And here's one for 8,000 or best offer. So just 3 listings on that card. BGS 6.5 has a pop of 640. There's only been 4 sales, so not very many for a 3-month span. They averaged 7,000. It last sold for 5,878 on the 19th of March. So that's kind of a while ago. So you got to assume that it's going to be less than that. The high was 8,500. eBay has some here. Here's one for almost 6,500 best offer. Here's another one, same price, best offer, 6,500 buy it now. 7,000 or best offer. There's about 7,500 or best offer. Here's 7,750 or best offer. 8,000 buy it now. So, and it just gets really high from there. BGS 7 has a pop of 1,003. 17 sales for the last 3 months. And the average is about 7,300. It last sold for 5,000. So this sells more often, so you got a better grasp of the price of this card. It once sold for 12,700, but like again, these last 3 sales here all kind of leveled off. So especially the last 2 sales, 5,100 and then 5,000. So that's about what it is right there. About anywhere from 5,000 to 5,500, somewhere in there. Here's 4,250, 14 bids, 12 hours left. Here's about 7,000 our best offer right there. Here's about 7,400 our best offer. Here's 8,400 our best offer, new listing. Here's 8,900 our best offer. And here's 9,000 our best offer. 9,500 best offer. 9,900 our best offer, and then it jumped to 10,000. So plenty of options for that card. So PSA 7 has a pop at 3,556. So way more than the BGS. 114 sales for an average of 9,176 for the last 3 months. It last sold for 7,000. It once sold for 15,900. This huge spike right here back in February, early February. But sold 7,000 recently. So you have, it's up and down, but if you look at this bottom line right here, these cards, 7,000, 6,800, 60, almost 6,800 again, and then there's a drop off, 64. But you have a spike here, 10,400. You have an 8,200 and an 8,200, and another one around 75. Eye appeal. The 7's one of those weird cards that can look as bad as like a 4 or a 5, or it can look as good as a 9. I mean, it's crazy. You'll see one that look, you'd swear it was like a 9 if you didn't know what the grade was. So that's the ones that are getting this. But this is really a fluke sell because some of the 8s have sold for this price. So, you know, could have just been a bidding war that got out of control, you know, late night bidding war between two guys who thought the card looked perfect and undergraded. So here's one for 3,609 bids, about 6 days left. There's 4,550, 57 bids, 22 hours on that. 4,850, 34 bids, about 3 days left. This has top 30% eye appeal on it. And then here's about 7,300 buy it now. No takers on that. 7,500 buy it now. See if that $10,000 sell was really legit, then these cards would not be here. None of these cards would be here. People would buy them. 7,900 our best offer. Here's 9,000 our best offer. About close to 9,000. Buy it now. Here's 9,400 our best offer. 9,500 best offer. 9,500 best offer. There's a bunch of them right there, all in a row. Same thing. Yeah. Bunch of them in that price range right there. So they probably saw that $10,000 sell and just upped their prices, but there's more supply than there is demand. This card, yeah, this card right here was just a fluke. I mean, it's definitely, it's legit and it's confirmed by Card Ladder because they wouldn't put some false data on here. But it's just every once in a while you get one of those crazy sells. Here's a BGS 7.5. So this has a pop of 1,488, sold 22 times in the last 3 months for an average of 8,000. A last sold for 6,600. So we got 68 here, 53, 68, and then 58 and 66. So you gotta look at those. Really gotta look at those subs when it comes to this card. So here's one for $2,284, 14 bids, new listing. Here's 7,200 our best offer. Here's 7,300 our best offer. About 8,000 our best offer. Here's one that got one bid. Let's see what it. Let's see. This is the entire set though. So that's why. 7,999, one bid. The entire set. Well, that's actually a great deal if the entire set is graded BGS 7.5. That'd be incredible. And look at the Michael Jordan has. Look at the subs: 9,599 and a 7. Wow. BGS 8, Hakeem Olajuwon and Bird. Huh, that's interesting sell right there. Pretty good investment, I think. So here's one for 8,750, our best offer. There's 9,500, our best offer. And there's some more. 9,500 best offer, 10,500 our best offer, and just gets really higher from there, 11,000, and so on. So let's check out the PSA 8. It has a pop of 7,917. So this sold 168 times in the last 3 months for average of 14,000. And the current price last sold for 10,500 on the 2nd. This card once sold for 26,000 back in February. This card is completely leveled off right here. The only thing that's making this fluctuate right here is eye appeal. Eye appeal is the only thing affecting it. It's not the market anymore. The market's level. This is all eye appeal. Good eye appeal versus bad eye appeal. That's all that is right there. So here's one for 1,258, 12 bids. Here's 2,500, 5 bids. 3,650, 16 bids. Here's 5,200, 3 bids. 5,300, 23 bids. 6 days left, new listing. 6,300, 44 bids. 22 hours left. 6,700, 30 bids. 4 days left. 8,100, 14 bids. 1 hour left. There's 10,000, no bids. 14 hours left. So maybe the eye appeal is not what people like. Here's 10,200, 34 bids. This ended already. So let's see what this went for. This went for 11,397 for that card. So 11,397. This has pretty strong eye appeal. Looks like it's a little OC on the left side. So here's one, 10,999, our best offer. Here's 11,000, no bids, 4 days left. 11,500, buy it now. Here's 11,500, buy it now. Another one, 11,500, our best offer. Here's about the same price, no bids. And here's about 12,000 almost, buy it now. There's another one about almost 12,000, buy it now. There's one that's close to 12,000, buy it now. Our best offer. This one is also OC, very OC. I don't know how some of these didn't get the qualifier. So 12,000, our best offer. 12,000, no bids. 12,600, our best offer. There's 13,400, buy it now. Here's a top 15% eye appeal, 13,400, our best offer. And then you got a lot of them in the 13,000 range here, up to 14,000. So up to that average. There's plenty of options on that. There's over 100 listings for the PSA 8. So BGS 8, this one has a pop of 2,094. So this one sold 47 times in the last 3 months for an average of 9,600, almost 9,700 average. Here again, you can see these last 4 sales have completely leveled off. So it last sold for 7,451 on the 6th, and then it sold for 7,400 prior to that, and then just one day before that was 69, almost 69. So 67. Anywhere from 67 to 74.50. So again, you're looking at the subs on the BGS 8. So the subs can be pretty wild on that card. So it once sold for 17,800, but you can still get 9, 5, and 10 subs on this card, and it can look fantastic. So here we go. Here's one for 5,000, no bids. And here's jumps to 10,000, our best offer. Here's 10,900, our best offer. Here's 11,000, no bids. 11,990, our best offer. Here's almost 12,000, our best offer. Here's another one for almost 12,000, no bids. A day and a half on that. 12,500, buy it now. 12,900, our best offer. So 13,000 or best offer. So you got plenty of options on this card. Plenty of options. A lot of them in the 13,000 range. A lot of people taking offers on that card. So pretty much just cherry pick the best looking one. That's what I would do. So SGC 8. So this sold 11 times in the last 3 months for an average of 12,400, but it doesn't sell very often. It last sold for 7,650 on the 27th last month, and the high was 19,000 back in February. So this is all over the place just because it doesn't sell very often. And it's literally all over the place. So, but these last two sales are very similar. 7,324, that was on the 7th of last month, and then 20 days later it was 7,650. So it stayed at that price range, that price point right there of about 7,600. The 8.5 also very similar. So this only had 10 sales in the last 3 months for an average of 14,270. And then it last sold for 9,177. It once sold for 20,000. But these last 3 sales have stayed at the very same price point. Very, very similar. So we got 94.78, and then 94, and then 91.77. And these are just, this was on the 18th of last month and the 30th. So that's 12 days later. And then you got the third. So that's about where it's at right there, that 9,177. So if we look here, we're looking at the 8s and the 8.5s together. So here's that 8. So on the old label, the 8.8 is actually, that's the 8. So here's one for 10,000. Buy it now on an 8. Here's another 8 for the same price. Buy it now. Here's the 8.5, a new label, 12,500 or best offer. And here's the old label 8 for 13,000 or best offer. There's another one, 15,000 best offer, 25,000 buy it now. So that's a little crazy. So we'll just stop right there. There's no more 8.5s. There's only one more listing anyway, 40,000 best offer. That's wow. I don't understand that, but okay. So here's a BGS 8.5. 2,605 population on that card. Huge population. So 45 sales in the last 3 months for an average of 12,960. Last sold for 9,173. Once sold for, the record price was 21,000. So look at these sales. So you got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sales that are almost in a straight line right here. 97, 93, 92, 91, then back up to 96, and then down to about close to 92 again. So this card is completely leveled off, completely. And if you look at the sales prior to that one, prior to this little spike right here, it's pretty much been leveled off for like 10 or 15 sales right there. So this is what it is right now, about 9,200, 92 to 95, 96 in some cases, depending on the subs. All depends on the subs and the eye appeal. So 5,300, 19 bids. Here's 8,300, 12 bids. Here's 8,700, no bids on this. This has a day and 7 hours on that. Here's that's an 8. So here's 11,580 or best offer, a new listing. Here's about close to 12,000 or best offer. There's 14,000, buy it now. Another one, same price with the best offers. Here's one for about 14,000 or best offer. 14,150, buy it now. So what we say, let's check that price again. So we're looking at about 9,000, 9,200, 9,500. So these are even well, where am I at? So these are even well above the average too. So you got plenty of options here. This goes way up here, 15,000, 16,000. There's plenty. There's probably like 50 listings or so in this card. So pretty much pick and choose. 8,700. This is interesting. It's very interesting. So this is actually below the current price. He only has 6 feedback. It's 100%, so it's probably scaring a few people off. But here we go, 8,300. So this will be an interesting watch. This guy has 5 feedback and 0% feedback. So this guy's getting some bids, but this guy's not, who has 100%. That's why I tell guys, I know you need to start somewhere. You need to start somewhere if you're trying to be a seller, but something like this, if you don't have enough feedback, it's just better just to send it to a consignment to make the best value, because you're just going to lose money, because people that are buying these Michael Jordan rookie cards are not necessarily going to be confident about 0% feedbacks and stuff like that, low feedbacks. So PSA 8.5, so it has a pop of 427, 27 sales in the last 3 months for average about close to 20,000. It last sold for 17,000. It's another card. Look at this. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cells that are almost in a straight line. And it once sold for 35,000. So the big drops are gone. This thing is just leveled. This is what it is right now. 17 to 18,000 on the 8.5. So here's 17,000. Buy it now. No takers. But this is a good price. It's definitely a good price. Eye appeal's not too terrible. 17,100 new listing. Another great price on that. Here's 18,250 or best offer. Here's about 20,000 or best offer. And then it jumps significantly from there. Almost 25,000 best offer, close to 25,000, and whoa, 64,000. My goodness, even 9s aren't even close to that right now. SGC 9. So this sold 5 times in the last 3 months for an average of 30,000. This card does not sell very often. It has a very low pop. So it last sold for 17,000 on the 18th of last month, and it once sold for 36,000 in the 3 month span. So that's just in the 3 months. When this thing had really spiked, it was up to like 56, 57,000. So yeah, like this sells like once a month almost, maybe twice a month. 17,000 down from the 32,000 on the 19th. So in 1 month, 19th of March, 18th of last month. So that's a pretty big drop off. 17,000. So we got some here on eBay. We got one for 30,000, our best offer. Here's one for close to 32,000. Buy it now. And almost 40,000, our best offer. And then close to 50,000, our best offer. So really high there. So PSA 9 has a pop of 2,786. 82 sales in the last 3 months for an average of 43,300. Last sold for 28,300. And it once sold for almost 90,000 at the beginning of this chart on the 8th of February. So this card it tumbled, and it's still kind of up and down, but still it's consistently up and down right here. I mean, these prices. So you're just seeing some of these cards can look so nice that they look like they'd be a high-end BGS 9.5 or even possibly a PSA 10, but for whatever reason they just didn't get that grade. So those are the ones that are selling on these peaks right here, 35,000, 35,000. And PWCC is going to attach that label on them like top 5% or top 15%. That's how these ones are selling right here. And then these ones in the bottom are like, just your average 9s. So yeah, it's all about that eye appeal. So here's one for 4,150, 31 bids. 24,523 bids, 23 hours on that. Here's close to 25,000, no bids. This has a day and 20 hours left. Here's 38,000 best offer. There's one for close to 40,000, buy it now. There's one close to 40,000 or best offer. There's one for close to 45,000 or best offer. There's one close to 47,000, buy it now. So these are high now for this card. This used to be normal, a normal price, but this is now too high. 48,000 our best offer. There's 48,000 our best offer. So people don't want to let go of those prices that they were selling for before. 48,000 our best offer. 49,000, buy it now. 49,000, buy it now. 50,000 our best offer. So yeah, there's a lot of them like that. Bunch of them in the 50,000 range. So it's not selling for that anymore, guys. Not to say that it won't in the future, because this card always spikes. At least once a year this card will spike, but right now they're not gonna get those prices right now. So let's move on to the BGS9. So it has a pop of 1,669, 57 sales in the last 3 months for an average of 28,660. It last sold for 17,420 on the second, and it once sold for 56,000. So this card right here. So it's anywhere from 20,000 to 17,000, 20,000 to 17,000, 20,000 for the more high end subs. So 23,000 our best offer, not too crazy. 23,000 no bids. 24,000 our best offer. Has 395 subgrades, so that's pretty cool, but doesn't look like it's. I don't think the 9.5 is going to be the centering. So 25,000, buy it now. 27,500 our best offer, and then 32,000. That's a big jump. So this is way too high. So I'm assuming all the rest of these, right? Yeah, all the rest of these are just really high. 32,000, 33,000, 33,000, 35,000. Yeah, these are really high. But at least they're taking offers, so you can always try. You can always try with these guys. So let's check out the SGC 9.5. So this only sold 3 times. This has a very low pop. There's a pop around like 25. And it averaged 71,000 for the last 3 months. And the last sold for 55,000. And the high was 81,000. So 55,000 back in the 15th of March. So that prices definitely came down now. And we do have a couple on eBay. So here's one for 95,000 best offer. It's not getting. Here's 150,000 our best offer. Whew, that's really tough prices right there. So BGS 9.5, this card is taking a tumble. Most of these cards have leveled off. This card is still falling. So it has a pop of 526. So 12 sales in the last 3 months for an average of 91,000. Last sold for 63,000. And the high was 121,000. So yeah, 63,000 it sold for on the 30th. So this hurts my soul a little bit because I have a BGS 9.5 Michael Jordan rookie card myself. So, but I'm not gonna worry about it because I'm keeping it. It's gonna have its ups and downs. That's just normal. So, but yeah, it was hovering around 85, 91, 93, 92, and then boom, 63 for the low end. This had a 9 on the centering. When the 9 center BGS 9.5, that's like the least desirable of all of them. Is if it's off centered, or if it's a 9 surface with something that's like really bad on the front. But yeah, so that's the least desirable of all of 9.5s. So, and this 121,000 was a high end. So, but these right here have been high ends too. So, the card is definitely fell. So, I can't wait for this card to actually spike back up again. Hurts my soul a little bit, but that's all right. I'm happy with the card either way. So here's one for 45,133 bids. This is actually ended already. So let's double check it. So it sold for 50,801. So, yep, still falling. So the only excuse I can say is it's in Taiwan, which there's nothing wrong with it being from Taiwan, but a lot of people don't like to buy expensive cards overseas. So these are all 9s here. So here's a 9.5 here, 88,000. This has a 9 on the surface. So by the way, this one also was a 9 center. So like I said, the 9 centering ones are like the least desirable. So here's one for 96,000, almost 97,000. Buy it now. Has a 9 on the edges. This one has a 9 on the corners, 102,000. Buy it now. So here's one. This has a 9 on the surface, 125,000. Best offer. This one has a 9 on the edges, 150,000 or best offer. This one has a 9 on the corners, but also has a 10 center, so that's very nice. Top 5% eye appeal, 150,000 or best offer. Here's a 9 center, so 170,000 best offer. This is a quad 9.5, 200,000. Buy it now. This one has a 9 on the surface, 250,000 best offer. This one has a 9 on the edges, and this one has a 9 on the corners, 388,000 Australian money. Or best offer, he's taking offers. Here's a pair. This has a 9 on the surface, comes with a sticker, and a 9.5, so about close to 400,000 or best offer. So PSA 10 has a pop of 317. So this sold 17 times in the last 3 months for an average of 477,000. Last sold for 414,000. And the high was 612,000 within the 3-month span. But we know that the actual spike in back in the end of January, early February was 720,000. So this card is really falling because the Heritage auction, man, that didn't do it any justice with that 330,000 sell. So 414, 430, 375, 408, 481. So yeah, this card is really came down from its highs. So we'll see about these. Golden auction always manages to pull out 400,000 or above results. So they just get more attention. They get more eyes on their auctions. Like I said, like a lot of these auction houses will just some people haven't even heard of some of these auction houses. So, and they'll have a Michael Jordan rookie card, and hardly anyone even knows about it. So you're not getting all of the bidders that you normally would get in some of these other auctions, and they end up selling low, and then they get confirmed and put here on Card Ladder, and it really hurts the value of this card. If we look on eBay, we have one here for about 500,000 best offer. Here's one for about 550,000 or best offer. The sticker is sold separately. Here's PSA 10, 750,000 or best offer. And here's one for $1 million or best offer. So let's look at the recently ended. So eBay did a thing. I had been listing the best offer result prices, best offer accepted, but eBay has now gotten smart about that, and I can no longer find the results in the code. So I can't really give you guys best offer accepted until I figure out a new technique. So I apologize for that. So I'm just gonna have to give you guys the auction results. So but here's this BGS 7.5 back on the 28th. So this sold for 6,848 bids. Here's a BGS 9. So 20,136 bids. This had 395 subgrades. This looks very familiar. This looks exactly like the one that we saw. So this is probably the one that was relisted. Let's check. Let's see. Yep, this has been relisted. So this card was not paid for. So here's a BGS 5.5 for 4,044 bids. Here's a PSA 3 for 3,220, 27 bids. Here's a PSA 4 for 3,582, 37 bids. Here's a PSA 6 for $4,530, 91 bids. Here's a PSA 4, 3,856 bids. So here's a PSA 6 for 4,530, 48 bids. PSA 6, 5,300, 52 bids. BGS 7.5 for 5,800, 49 bids. There's another BGS 7.5 for $5,780, 31 bids. A BGS 8 for 6,651, 42 bids. Another BGS 8 for 6,300, 34 bids. PSA 8, 9,800, 24 bids. I'm just rounding these numbers off. So PSA 8 for 9,950, 27 bids. Here's a PSA 8 for 10,500, 38 bids. PSA 8, 9,452 bids. So PSA 8 here, 9,237 bids. BGS 8.5, 9,173, 36 bids. 15,650, 30 bids for a BGS 9. There's 16,059 bids for this BGS 9. And BGS 9 here for 16,655, 35 bids. BGS 9, 15,475, 43 bids. Here's a BGS 9 for 20,801, 48 bids. This had 295 subs and 29 subs. So yeah, 0.5 away from a 9.5. That's a nice card. 9,647 bids for this PSA 9 with the off-center qualifier. Here's a PSA 9 for close to 30,000, 72 bids. There's a PSA 9 for 30,000, 104 bids. There's a PSA 9 for 35,100, 100 bids. PSA 9 for 32,378, 51 bids. And here's a PSA 10, $414,544, 245 bids. This one's already been confirmed by Card Ladder. So here's a BGS 8 for 7,200, 45 bids. Here's that PSA 8, our PSA 6 for $5,644, 57 bids. And here's a PSA 8 for 9,600, 31 bids. BGS 9, 20,100, 59 bids. PSA 8, 10,611, 33 bids. PSA 8 with the off-center qualifier, 7,001 bid. BGS 5, 3,150, 17 bids. And a BGS 9.5. This is a 9 on the edges and 3 9.5s. So 63,000 on that, 52 bids. SGC 8.5, 9,400, 40 bids. BGS 8.5, 7,800, 3 bids. And a BGS 8.5, 9100, 33 bids. This had a 9.5 and 2.9 subs. BGS 6, 40, almost 4300, 61 bids. BGS 8.5, 9100, 40 bids. BGS 8, 6800, 44, 48 bids. BGS 9, 17,400, 40 bids. A PSA 8 for 9,300, 40 bids. Here's a PSA 8 for 12,600, 34 bids. And a PSA 9 for 28,300 almost, 38 bids. PSA 7, 6,800, 18 bids. BGS 7.5, 6,600, 8 bids. BGS 8, 7,400, 30 bids. PSA 5, 4,775, 33 bids. Here's a PSA 8.5, 17,150, 54 bids. That's a good looking card. SGC 8.5, 9,177, 56 bids. BGS 9, 23,333, 39 bids. 0.5 away from a 9.5. PSA 6, 5,188, 45 bids. PSA 2, 3,032 bids. PSA 3, 3,052 bids. PSA 8, 10,546 bids. PSA 7.5, 8,155, 60 bids. PSA 7, 8,289, 41 bids. PSA 8 for about 12,300, 24 bids. BGS 7, 5,200, 24 bids. PSA 9, 4,464, 1 bid. This is a joke. This is probably a scam. I mean, come on now. All right, so BGS 8, 7,451, 23 bids. PSA 6, 5,300, 39 bids. And that's it. That's my update for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys got something out of it. And if you did, please give it a like and a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. Give me a comment. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And I will see you in the next Michael Jordan Market Report.